Be vegan, make peace, do good deeds. Heaven, Godspeed.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Tracing the source of Century Sand Lake upstream, where another natural phenomena awaits. The constant feed from the Comox Glacier has carved a series of caves that appears as tunnels. Exploring a pristine jewel of Canada, Century Sand Lake and Comox Glacier's ice caves. Continue watching to find out more.
Yeah, of course. Continue with your war, as you are not ugly enough yet inside out.
While visiting Nunavut, the northernmost territory of Canada, you may be greeted with the warm Tunga Sigit. That means welcome in the indigenous Inuktitut language. Nature-loving viewers, I am Mason. The generous Nunavumit people thank you for being kind to all the beings on this planet. May God's light embrace you every day. We are delighted to have you with us as we travel to Vancouver Island in the Western Canadian province of British Columbia.
Being able to see how much people either missed Vancouver or weren't fortunate enough to live in an area that I do that has these beautiful mountain ranges, and then the temperate rainforest that we have, and the ocean, and lakes, all these things that I think that a lot of people take for granted that live in this city. It was just wonderful to be able to share the beauty of Vancouver with everybody, and also it helped me a lot.
I don't think life gets better than this.
Nestled amongst the alpine wilderness of Vancouver Island's Comox Valley, just beyond the Forbidden Plateau, it is said that Sasquatches, or Bigfoots, still roam. At almost 1,000 meters above sea level, Douglas firs assume commanding and dutiful poses, and the cold bite of the air heightens the mind. Here, one is free to enjoy a delightful turquoise oasis, a solitary yet heavenly mountain lagoon, created by the gentle glacial melt that has wondrously formed subterranean ice caves. It's a rare and magical place, nature's whimsical creation harvested from the jewel box of the divine. This is the Century Sand Lake. Although relatively close to civilization, Century Sand Lake and the Comox Glacier's amazing ice caves are not easily accessible, requiring a challenging trek to get there. However, once the site is reached, it is an exquisite experience to be treasured. The road through the valley to the trailhead is private, and permission to gain entry is limited. The last 2 kilometers of the road require a vehicle with a decent set of wheels to negotiate it, such as a high-clearance 4-wheel drive. Visitors then need to begin a significant ascent that takes them up 573 meters of elevation in just 4 kilometers of rocky pathway. Even on the flat stretches, parts of the Comox Glacier Trail, also known as the Frog's Pond route, get challenging, with some balancing required to negotiate the log bridges that cross the streams. We take a moment to thank the Comox District Mountaineering Club, whose members worked voluntarily to build and also maintain this path for the benefit of their fellow citizens. Even as the undergrowth swells in some parts, the trail has been well marked by the Comox District Mountaineering Club to help guide visitors in the right direction. There's plenty to see on the lush trails, such as some interesting fungus that have spawned upon the Douglas firs. Be careful with the large tree roots because they are mostly slippery, and be on the lookout for bear people as you go. Remember, they won't bother us if we don't bother them, and this is their home after all, so we must respect that. As we near Century Sam, large slabs of basalt dominate the scenery. The surge of the melting glacial waters from above has gathered considerable traction at this point, mounting into an incessant roar of descending rapids before finally giving way to the absolute stillness and tranquility of the prized lake itself. Currently, under the authority of the Strathcona Provincial Park, this spectacular emerald blue natural pond lies at an elevation of 510 meters. It is truly a serene and well-preserved example of planet Earth's glorious beauty. The unique shades of turquoise at Century Sam Lake give an impressive contrast to the brown and green hues of its surrounding forested shores. The artistry of Mother Nature, it seems, was planned well in advance. In fact, the origins of Century Sam Lake and the ice caves coincided with the age of the dinosaur people, when molten lava solidified upon colliding with much cooler seawater to form basalt rock. A finely grained, dark and smooth rock with a greenish-grayish complexion and sometimes speckled with crystalline quartzite. For further 100 million years, this rock lay beneath the ocean surface, collecting an outer layer of Cretaceous sediment. When Vancouver Island rose from the seabed to its approximate present position about 100 million years ago, the sediment layer was stripped away in the elevated Strathcona region, exposing the Triassic-era basalt, which in the process also folded into pillows. The pillow basalt folds that lay beneath the Comox Glacier are clearly visible at the glacier's southern end. The action of the gradual Comox Glacier ice melt created and continues to feed Century Sam Lake. Combined with extremely fine particles of rock flour from the pillow basalt, this forms the seemingly divine concoction known as glacial milk, which has accumulated into the natural reservoir of Century Sam Lake, creating the lake's distinct color.
To stand for Jesus is to stand for the Christ-like innocence of animals against the intrinsic evil of cruelty. The Reverend Dr. Andrew Lindsay, vegetarian.
Considerate viewers, we're going to go outside and take a few deep, relaxing breaths of fresh air. We'll return shortly here on Supreme Master Television. Welcome back to exploring a pristine jewel of Canada, Century Sam Lake and Comox Glacier ice caves. We recall there is a similar body of water in northern Pakistan, which is fed by glaciers that rest upon a bedrock of basalt, resting high in the Hunza Valley, in the shadows of the Karakoram Mountains. The water there is the same as here in Century Sam Lake, a delightful turquoise color resulting from glacial milk. Glacial milk is also purported to have special health and healing qualities and is thought to contribute to the longevity of the Hunza people. The Hunza people, who also live on a mostly raw plant-based diet, are known to have longer life expectancies than other populations. It is alleged that some live up to 150 years of age. Here at Century Sam, the pure glacially fed water certainly has something special about it. It has a decidedly crisp quality, but that could be from the icy temperature it holds most of the year. Taking a swim in these frigid waters is for the brave. Moving on, we trace the source of Century Sam Lake upstream, where another natural phenomenon awaits. The constant feed from the Comox Glacier has carved a series of caves that appear as tunnels that penetrate well under the ice pack for several hundred meters, toward the heart of the basalt mountain. Inside the convex concave patterns of the icy white ceiling are punctuated by an almost surreal bluish glow in places, where the glacier above is thin enough to allow sunlight to shine into the cavernous world. It's not recommended to follow the tunnels too far in. First, there's a danger that the ice pack could collapse unexpectedly at any moment. And second, at this point, the temperature is very low. All the same, even throughout the summer months, the integrity of the ice pack is maintained due to the height of the surrounding peaks, which means there's a very slender window of time for direct sunlight year-round. On the walk in through the pleasantly wooded valley, we negotiate streams and fallen trunks to the rapid ascent up the gigantic folds of basalt. You may wonder, where did Century Sam Lake get its name? The answer lies at the edge of the tranquil blue pond, on a plaque dedicated to the memory of a local man, Sid Williams. Mr. Williams was a prospector that once roamed these hills in search of gold and other precious minerals. He was also an actor and comedian. The plaque goes on to say that in 1958, he styled a character, Century Sam, portraying a typical mountain prospector of the area, as part of the centenary celebrations for British Columbia in that year. In 1962, the lake was named after this beloved character. Back in the present moment, we make a mental note to pack a sizable water container for next time before making a careful descent back down the trail. It's time to head out because the Strathcona Provincial Park gate closes at 6 p.m. daily, and sunlight will disappear not long after that. Sadly, many glaciers on Earth, including the Comox Glacier, are also disappearing at an unnatural and alarming rate. This is the result of climate change brought on by raising animal people for consumption. In order to reverse the adverse effects of global warming, we must stop eating the meat of the innocent, defenseless animal people and treasure nature's bounty as we would our own lives. We are surely fortunate that such precious pieces of pristine nature as Century Sam Lake remain. Let us cherish them and be good guests of planet Earth. All information concerning the scientific evidence of climate change and its solution is in Supreme Master Ching Hai's book, From Crisis to Peace, free for download at crisistopeace.org.
No to vegan, cause you want to experience the suffering in hell.
Delightful viewers, thank you for your gracious presence on exploring a pristine jewel of Canada, Century Sam Lake and Comox Glacier's ice caves. Coming up next is Virtuous and Brave Animal People Heroes, right after noteworthy news, here on Supreme Master Television. May you and your loved ones always radiate in love and harmony.
Be vegan, make peace, do good deeds, hell not reach.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/NB.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule et suprememastertv.com/NB.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule y suprememastertv.com/NB.
Nasze programy oferują wiele języków. Prosimy zobaczyć suprememastertv.com/schedule oraz suprememastertv.com/NB.